of over 17,000 have come to American Airlines.
Starting with Aaliyah Boston, one of the most dominant big players in our game.
For this team. Now, here are the FanDuel lines for tonight's game. Going to be big because right now, Indiana, the last points off turnovers. They were able to turn over Phoenix a lot in their last game. We are underway. Here is Mitchell. They want to get the ball inside to Boston quickly. Back on top to Boston, guarded by Geiselsuder.
Good defense by Dallas so far.
McDonald, no. Rebound pulled away by Boston.
And that's an area that Dallas has to show up. That is one shot for the Indiana Fever and then go in transition.
Well, we see what Dallas's defensive plan is going to be because Haley Jones quickly came over to help out on the double on Boston.
You can't allow one-on-one coverage with Boston. She's too good. She's gotten better every single season she's been in the W. So this third year is one of the most dominant in our game.
Wings coming off a 50% shooting effort in the loss to Atlanta. That was the first time they shot 50% since May. J.J. Quinterly at the buzzer, the rookie from West Virginia.
Beautiful shot. She is a ball-dominant scorer. She was at West Virginia, and that's what Crisco Clandis is looking for her to do here with the Dallas Wings as well.
Indiana coming off that 107-100 win over Phoenix. Stephanie White called that a big win. They were outstanding. Mitchell, no look pass.
Come on.
The former Dallas wing, Natasha Howard.
Beautiful dish and dime by Kelsey Mitchell to Howard.
Geiselsuder out front. Shows us she can shoot the three. Here's Haley Jones. They had to switch.
Good help defense by Indiana. They will double team right there.
Jones kicks it out. Geiselsuder for three. Doesn't get the bounce. Cunningham battling Becker, and Boston comes up with it.
So I think Dallas has to get a couple of bodies on the offensive board. You cannot allow the Indiana Fever to just start in transition as easily as they'd like.
You talked about a great pass. How about this one coming up?
You know, no
30s. And Mitchell trains the three.
So tough to guard. You don't think she's going to shoot, even though you've watched her all season. We know she's going to shoot, but you have to contest that shot.
Cunningham out front. Cunningham has done a nice job for this Indiana team in the starting rotation. Geiselsuder with the two.
Geiselsuder getting much more comfortable with the Wings, looking for her a little bit more in those opportunities.
For the last 6 games, she's been in double figures. Howard can't get it. Here comes Quinterly. Coach Clandis says they want JJ to move the basketball. Inside, Jones on Cunningham. Cunningham, nice position, gets the rejection.
Good defense by Cunningham not to foul in that situation.
Talk about speed on speed. How about McDonald on Quinterly? Boston inside. Coughs it up. Nice defense, Haley Jones. Here comes Enrique. Beckers to JJ. Lets it fly. I don't think Crisco Clandis minds that shot. He wants her to shoot a little bit more.
He wants her to be more aggressive offensively there. She's got to believe in that shot, though. That's the shot to take.
Jones working inside Boston. That was a mismatch. Boston took advantage.
That was too easy. Boston, again, footwork is top tier, gotten better every single season in the W, and you have to crowd her when she gets the ball on the block.
Aaliyah Boston, 4 straight games. She's had double-doubles. Geiselsuder, Cunningham may have distracted her a little bit.
Dallas has to decide if they're going to get on the offensive boards.
That's going to be out of bounds. Turnover, Indiana. Wings will head fast, and that is something that Indiana has done well in that opening quarter.
Indiana's really the best, top 3 in the league at fast starts. They have weapons at every position, so easy to get it going offensively.
Beckers off balance shot, can't get it. Rebound Howard. We've seen her make that shot time and time again this year. Mitchell over to McDonald, the southpaw, can't get the 3. Nice job, Howard, inside using her aggressiveness.
Just 6.6 rebounds a game. You got to keep her off the offensive boards. We know how deadly she can be on the offensive end.
2-time All-Star, 2-time All-Defensive Team, Natasha Howard. Jones inside, Cunningham couldn't stop that. Haley Jones.
That's the shot she wanted to take the last time down.
Exactly. Playing in her 11th game for the Dallas Wings. Has started, as we mentioned, 3 consecutive games.
Tough.
Oh, how about that pass outside to Howard? Boston at the basket, foul on Haley. Indiana in the 4th. Beckers is going to be fouled by Boston. Didn't give her room to come down. J.J. Quinterly. James was also in there. She's kind of fallen out. Enrique will get a little bit of a break with 5 seconds. And here is McDonald. 26-year-old in her 5th year out of Arizona.
Big game the other night, 27 points. Leading this team.
Boston, no, into the hands of Beckers. Quickly up ahead to James. James is not afraid to pull the trigger. Inside Lee Ru, a little strong. Here comes Flash. She lost it, tripped up from behind. Autographs. We got pictures of it. We'll show you later.
Yeah, talking about understanding the assignment, that's Caitlin-Clark all day long.
That's going to be a travel. Indiana wants to bang it in the paint. There's Beckers now being guarded by Lexi Hull. Hull comes off the bench, plays outstanding defense. Lee Ru, the 3, no.
Yeah, you got to get on the board. This is one of the greatest transition teams in our league, and you cannot give them a head start by not giving them any friction on the boards.
Howard, 5 rebounds.
Opportunities on offense by hitting the offensive boards. You can't just, it can't be one and done for Dallas. It's going to be a long night for them.
That's going to be poked by Howard. You look at Indiana's defense during this 3-game win streak.
Doesn't matter who she puts in the game, they become the X factor.
That's going to be tipped, and the Wings will turn it over for the first time.
So you got to stop the ball. Can't let it get all the way to the basket.
And they do. Lexi Hull, the 25-year-old in her 4th year out of Stanford.
You see they're making Paige give up the basketball early. They know her playmaking abilities, and it's disrupting Dallas offensively.
Here is Mitchell. Mitchell 1 for 1 so far in the game. Hull wants it, got it, shoots it, can't get it.
You gotta have that basketball right there. Tough rebound by Howard.
Lee Ru had position, but then let Howard get away. Howard, 6 points, 6 rebounds. And DeJohnette dribbling into traffic, as we've seen her do a lot, trying to draw the foul, and she was able to. Maisha High. And now a word from State Farm. Missing 9 games because of rib injury. She said it was so painful she couldn't even lift her arms. One thing DeJohnette does, though, she plays both sides of the ball. Told us the other day it takes a lot of heart to play both sides of the ball. Colson has it stripped. Here is Enrique. Hines Allen working on Mitchell. Got it.
That's Dallas doing what Dallas does best. That's translating defense to offense immediately. Nice bucket by Hines Allen.
That allows Dallas to get going, and that's something Chris says they've got to do more of. Here's Hull being guarded by Beckers.
So you got to communicate on defense right here. You got to say who's coming over to help.
What a smart move by Mitchell. That was impressive.
Well, Kelsey Mitchell creates her own bucket. You know, she doesn't really need a pick. She doesn't really need you to get her open. That's what makes her so dangerous offensively.
Beckers, her first field goal of the evening. The lead still 2, closing in on 2 minutes to play in the first. Oh, Beckers tries to go over top the screen. Nice job, Enrique, with the steal. Hines Allen and Carrington up ahead. Nice. Carrington.
Not scoring in the offensive, on the offensive end of the floor. They've got to create some transition buckets.
Indiana, 5 games in 8 days, including an upcoming 4-game West Coast trip, and that helps with the 3.
Sydney Colson was voted the funniest player in the WNBA, but she's also one of the quietest, deadly assassins. NCAA champion from A&M, and has done some great things in the Las Vegas Aces organization before going to Indiana.
The WNBA thanks its changemaker partners, Hallie, AT&T, CarMax, Deloitte.
That's going to give him some kind of fluidity on offense. They're playing hard on the defensive end, but here's where you have to really stop what Indiana likes to do.
DeJohnette comes up with a rejection. Colson gave her a big hug going down the floor, so she couldn't get the fast break. Enrique off balance, no. Tierra McCowan in the lineup, has not played the last 2 games for Dallas.
Good look.
Inside, Hines Allen rolls it over the front.
Dallas with the 2 bigs in the game right now have a little bit of an advantage in the paint, and they need to keep doing that.
That time DeJohnette went for the steal, and Mitchell kept it away from her.
Did I mention that Kelsey Mitchell can blow by you? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Maybe Dallas needs to understand that you've got to double team her, make her give up the basketball.
Dejanay throws it away right into the hands of Howard, who's played a good first quarter with 6 points and 7 boards. Here's Mitchell, now guarded by Hines Allen, dumps it to Howard. From the outside, short. Hines Allen up ahead to Enrique. Tries to split by Colson, inside, foul by Howard. 1500th career field goal made for the Wings. Moving on. Break actually came at a good time for her. She and Paige Beckers have connected better than I think anybody would have expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotten to the point where now they're both threats on the floor, and that means people have to guard both of them. That means opportunities for some of their teammates.
Tied up at 22, final 10 seconds. Mitchell out front with Carrington on her.
You have to guard against the on-ball pick and the step back.
Doesn't get it. J.J. Quinterly just kept it alive. Colson couldn't.